Today's video is going to be a bit different. I'm going to be turning into 1090 Jake and exposing how a striker boy from the suburbs of Las Vegas ended up turning on his crew and snitching on them for a shooting that happened on the 215 freeway. Now if you know me, you know I'm from Las Vegas. And I've seen this rat around town from time to time, but really I don't know much about him. One thing I do know is that based off his looks, I would never do a crime with the guy. Now, the freeway shooting took place on May 3rd, 2025. According to an 8 News Now article, the incident started when a lady said she saw what looked like a family member's vehicle in a Northwest Valley parking lot. The car in question was a white Z06 Corvette. Her and her boyfriend followed the vehicle, which ended up on the 215 freeway. Someone in the car then started shooting at the woman and her boyfriend, striking several homes as well as an innocent bystander. The innocent bystander was a man who was driving his wife, his daughter, and his daughter's friend somewhere. While driving, a bullet pierced his windshield and hit him in the arm. The shooting apparently started near Durango Drive and Grand Montecito Parkway and ended on the 215 Beltway near North Jones. When you look at a map, you can tell that the shooting lasted at least a couple minutes, with the map saying that that would be a 5-minute drive. They were obviously speeding, so it was probably a little quicker than that. After the shooting finished, detectives later discovered the stolen car burned near Blue Diamond Road and Jones Boulevard in the South Valley. The location of the burned car was a 30-minute drive from where the shooting occurred and was in this area of the city. Investigators also believe that a firearm used in the situation was stolen in April. So these guys were riding with a stolen gun in a stolen car and shooting at the people who wanted their stuff back. It was later revealed that the two young men who were charged for this incident are Jonathan Santoyo and King Johnson Jackson, two guys whose online identity have been pretty hard to find. However, the paperwork that we're about to break down describes him as a Mexican male and a black male. Now this brings us to just a few weeks ago, when paperwork started to float around the city. The paperwork is a bit blurry, but I'll break it down for you. In the first paragraph of the paperwork, they clarify that the shooting took place across 5 different crime scenes, which is just wild because it shows you their lack of care for anyone around them. The second paragraph of the paperwork says that through investigation, a police identified an individual named Jonathan Woodrum. He was an associate to Jonathan Santoyo and King Johnson Jackson. He is also our star snitch who identified himself online as Thrax 707. According to the paperwork, Thrax was arrested the day after the incident, and this was for parole and probation violations. They found him on 6109 Preston Circle, which is on the corner of Charleston and Jones Boulevard. Police were able to obtain a search warrant on Thrax's phone due to his association to the two individuals from the shooting, as well as his involvement in prior stolen vehicle cases. They even claimed he was associated to the stolen Z06 that we talked about earlier. And it was in the next paragraph of the paperwork where you can see just how quickly Thrax started as a snitch. After being read his Miranda rights, he told the police that he wasn't involved in the shooting, but he did identify the driver of the vehicle as Worm and the passenger of the vehicle as Rue. He even gave the police detectives Jonathan Santoyo's phone number. They used all of this information as well as the contacts in his phone to identify Jonathan Santoyo as well as others. They also claimed that they found a group chat on Thrax's phone, and the group chat also included Jonathan Santoyo. In the group chat, they appeared to be discussing the shooting that had occurred. Police also claimed that they were able to recover photos of the stolen Corvette from the chat as well as from various Instagram pages. Despite snitching, Jonathan Woodrum, aka Thrax, still found himself in prison with a minimum of 18 months and a maximum of 5 years. And he's gonna have to wear that snitch tag on his head, because just like on the streets, in prison the word moves fast. And if they find out he's a snitch, things could end very badly. Especially because, as the police described him, he's a man with a slender build. Now there isn't really much more information on the case, but a couple things are clear. First off, don't do crime. And if you're not going to listen to my first piece of advice, at least don't do it with someone like this who you can't trust. On top of that, don't leave a trail of breadcrumbs on social media. And also, before I go, I want to give my condolences to anybody who was hurt during all of this, especially to the man who was shot in front of his wife, daughter, and daughter's friend. If you enjoyed this video, comment your thoughts down below so that we could do a little better in the algorithm. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.